match number one right here. We have Rain versus Rain Esports. I'm Hockey. I'm casting alongside Linwell. Hello, Linwell.
Hello, okay. Yeah.
And let's take it up right now. We have for the first pick for
hmm
Rain Esports right now. And what do we expect here? What do you expect since the new patch
Yeah.
notes? It's been out and stuff. We expect like Hilda ban, maybe something that has
hmm
been buffed, maybe something that still stayed on meta for seasons on seasons. So what's your expectations for this, Linwell?
Well, okay, since it's a best of five again, and the first match, so I'm expecting both teams to either play it pretty standard, have their standard bans, like you said, the meta picks, meta bans, which are a lot of teams have been able to pick up. And even despite the nerfs to certain heroes like the Suyo, still very strong and viable option. So the bans here, it's going to be pretty even. I'd say targeting either the jungle or maybe possibly even the mage bans here. But they're going to start us off with a strong Hylos here, which in the XP lane has been quite the menace. You can see alongside even Gato Gacha. But has he died down? Is the question.
I mean, I don't think Hylos has been died down. I think I've still seen him in recent pro matches. Hylos has been
hmm
always a really good pick because he's a flexible pick, right? People,
Yeah.
pro teams usually they prioritize those flexible picks. Like you can go Hylos, Gato, Khalid, right? And these picks what really
Mhm.
determine the rest of the draft and how you're gonna play around that. And to be fair, Hylos has been one of the most successful flexible picks we've seen into the game. I think alongside Arlot as well, we've seen a lot of Arlots, we've seen a lot of Edith.
Yeah.
So these are three picks to watch out for. But I think for this draft right now, we might even see like standard ban first match and maybe even a focus ban on the second match, depending on how it goes, right? And
Yeah.
my personal opinion here, knowing Rap is a jungle for the side of Team Rain. He's pretty insane on Joy. I've casted his games over and over, and every time I've seen this man's Joy, he always used to pop off. So we might expect a Joy ban, but also we've seen a Fanny. She's come back. Old
Yeah.
Fanny is back, and we gotta get rid of that.
Indeed. A lot of buzz, a lot of energy. Teams, expecting it. But I thought Rain would like to take it up for themselves here on the blue side. But it looks just change of plans, maybe a different hero to prioritize in this case. Like you said, the Joy could be taken up by Rap here. But I wonder, are Rain Esports going to be the one to take that instead for his first pick? Because we've seen a Joy first pick before. It's a little bit risky, you could say. There are a lot of counters to her, but will the gamble be worth it? That's a question to be asked. But
Well, she is
yeah,
a flex. So she could work as a
hmm
first pick because you can go Joy jungle, you can go Joy mid
yeah,
lane, and barely ever do you ever see a Joy on the XP lane. So she is
hmm
a decent flex, but once again, like you mentioned, she has a lot of counter. So the gamble
yeah.
may or may not worth it depending on what you have banned.
Well, yeah. But like, see, it's the first game, so maybe you could try to get some pocket picks, get some a little bit of a different unorthodox draft, because just to get into the minds of the other team. This is just all ifs and whatnots.
Yeah.
For now, the bans are very standard. The Bruno also getting banned here. And the goal lane has been quite a viable option alongside even Iritil and 1-1 sometimes. But a lot of bursts to be answered here. And Rain Esports there, the next ban. In this case, Matilda's still up for grabs. Oh, do you think Matilda first pick could be viable?
Matilda first pick is actually
Hmm.
a good rotation pick. She's still viable
Yeah.
to this day. So I think Matilda is worth the first pick. You have many
Yeah.
picks that are still open here. You have Ling, you have Haya, you have Nolan.
hmm
Nolan is considered one of the fastest junglers right now. Joy is still up on the table. Suyu though has been taken out, right?
Ooh.
And we still have Matilda open. You still have many major picks open like an Arlot, Khalid,
hmm
Phoveus, Edith, right?
Hilda.
So this is tricky. This is tricky. You have to pick
Very.
something that is gonna be a safe pick, something that's not easily countered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are they going to play the safe game? Because, we're in the wild cards here. So the first game is when you can experiment the most. Sure, you could give me backlash and say you don't want to experiment. You want to play your best A game possible. But if you show your A game right on the first start, that's gonna be pretty easy to counter draft or theorize how to go after that. But wait, hang on a second. There is the Hilda once again, all in the open. Virtuous Neca gonna be the one to pick it up.
There it is, the Hilda. I think I've mentioned her Hilda on the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where she got buffed and she's
Yeah.
ban worthy now. And what I love about Hilda is she's flexible. She can go XP, she can go roam, right? And she can be super annoying and super aggressive, especially when you're
Mm-hmm.
playing with an assassin draft, right? You can't really go with assassin draft against Hilda anymore. She's just gonna go in, constantly poke you, slow you down, and that might be a major disadvantage to your team in the jungle. So now you gotta pick carefully how to navigate around that Hilda, right? Maybe you could go fighter jungle, maybe there is an assassin jungle that could potentially work, or tank jungle is still on the table. They still work sometimes. You have Akai, but barely ever used, right? So now
Mm-hmm.
for the side of Rain, they gotta figure out what to go for, and there it is. Matilda is up to grabs, like you mentioned here, Lino
Yeah.
and Harith.
Oh yeah, and quite the good counters here. Matilda, very good in the mid rotations, and has to get in, has to get out with either the guiding wins or the whenever possible. With she's so fast here, and if you don't have a direct counter for it, alongside his heart, can be quite the force to be dealt with. Because right now the goal lanes are still quite open here. You have a lot of picks here that you could go for. So this heart being taken off early on by Lito is quite the power move, I'd say, for side of Rain. With Rain Esports there, they're gonna be the ones next counter picking in the for this first draft phase. They're gonna have their last two picks. So if they want to take the heroes who might get banned by the side of Rain in the next second half, this is the moment. Fernandez locking in the chip for now, and oh, there is the Valentina.
There it is. The Valentina, I low-key expected the Valentina. She's been popping off recently. And the chip,
Mhm.
despite his nerf, just his kit alone makes him worthy in the most difficult matches, right? I was low-key
Yeah.
expecting maybe a Kufra here or an Esme. They both can counter these two picks pretty easily by themselves alone. But
Mhm.
once again, Chip and Valentina, are a dangerous mid lane duo. They can poke a lot. And we've seen Boro picking up the Phoveus, and there it is, the Joy band. But it's from the side of Rain as well. They know the risk of giving away a Joy alongside a Hilda here.
Yep, indeed. They go for the Phobius alongside, like you said. But, having the chip is, there's a plus and a minus point here. Being the fact that you need to have the utility or damage pull through alongside the portal, which you have the Valentina, you have the Hilda, but these are more of peel type of heroes. And we have if you get a stronger ultimate here, maybe the Guidance Wish could be, I don't know, certainly it could be useful, but it's difficult here, especially against the Harriet and the Phobias, which are very hard to catch. And we haven't even seen the jungler and the mid laner for the side of Rain here. It's Rap and Enzo will be next one, but again, bans there quite phenomenal here. The Joy already been banned here. Instead, by the side of Rain, they don't want to give it up. Hayabusa alongside from Rain Esports, and right now, last two bans remaining. Hockey, what are you expecting? Maybe a
I
mage, maybe marksman.
Mm, I mean, Mage for the side of Rain Esports and Marksman. There it
Yeah.
is. Moscow's taken out. I'm expecting
Oh,
like Aurora band maybe. She's really good. Lo Yi as well. She could be one of the good picks against Chip because she can catch up in
hmm,
rotation. So these
yes,
are two extremely nice mages here that they could potentially take out.
indeed. Having the mobility with the Matilda here alongside, it's quite a good pick here if they go for it. The fact that the portal is just a standstill ultimate and you can target your Luoyu's abilities on it, it could be quite good. But yeah, there's banned here. Quite perfect here from both teams, and you predicted it perfectly. But now, second draft phase here for side of Rain. They're gonna be the first ones to pick it up. And possibly, do they want? Which one do they want to risk first? Do they want to take the mage or the jungler? Maybe the jungler,
Mm,
or get a counter pick in the next phase because they will be having the last pick, while Rain Esports gets the next two ones. But Enzo, thinking about it, could possibly take. What are you thinking?
We were thinking like a Vixana, maybe an
Mm.
Aurora, right? These are two mages on the table, but Ling is gonna be
Mm.
picked up instead. He is still up and for grabs, and it looks like for the side of Rain, they have really good rotational picks. I mean, you got the Matilda to help the mage navigate around quicker. You have the Ling. He can often split push when in it's a dire situation. He can help keep the game managed, right? So you have really good rotational picks here. You have really good team fights. You have the Phovius, you have the Harris. They are both really good, especially Harris when he gets that power spike. But now
Yeah.
up for the mage pick. Now you need something to balance all of this.
Yep, indeed. And the
Maybe,
question is, which one do they want to take? Utility or damage? Or
I mean,
maybe both, a little bit of both here.
a little bit of both. Maybe an Aurora
Yeah,
or Eve. Actually, Eve with Matilda works pretty well as well.
yeah. Yeah, indeed. It's a combo which we've seen a lot here, pulled by a lot of different teams, and more often in the successful side. But Rain Esports next with the two picks, Titan on the Nolan, with L9 goes on the Nathan here. Very strong in laning against the Harriet, although it's a little bit questionable if the side of Rain takes a strong control mage alongside his Matilda, which we've seen often than not a lot of good rotations coming in if you have a Matilda and I don't know if the chip can handle it. Maybe he has the passive, he has the mobility for it also, but more often than not, it's gonna be coming down to those objective fights. Like the turtle, the lord here. Which team are they gonna prioritize more, or maybe are they trying to gonna give a little bit of leverage to Lito here on the goal lane? Question mark. But oh, it's Cyclops.
It's a Cyclops. That's quite
Yeah,
the unexpected picks. Cyclops
very.
is quite unexpected. I didn't really expect to see a Cyclops, but he's been buffed and he works pretty. He has really low CD
Mm,
now on his star power lockdown, the ultimate skill. And to
solo.
be fair, that makes him really aggressive in a lot of fights.
Mm.
So I'm expecting to see a lot of action coming from the Cyclops.
Yep, indeed. And yeah, just quick look at both teams here. Rain Esports, Rain. Which draft do you think has a little bit of a better advantage, or at least maybe early mid long? Oh, never mind. We'll have to hold that thought as we go into Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. It is the MESL wildcard today, 22nd of November. And we have two teams on our side, Rain Esports on the blue side and Rain on the red side. I'm your caster Linwell, and join me in the casting desk this time around. It's gonna be Hockey here, watching from the
Hello.
skies.
Hello, my name is Hockey.
Yeah.
So right now we are on match number one, ladies and gentlemen, game one,
Yeah.
and this is quite the interesting draft. I mean, we have two revisualize here for the side of Rainy Sports, and it looks like Lithuania goes for Fernandez here, but it's gonna be heavily poked as well. And this is the thing about Cyclops, right? He pokes heavily. He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna go in with this a lot of his planets. He's just poking constantly and constantly, like you see here, and that could give them an advantage, a huge advantage to the rotation actually, because he also has Matilda to help him with that.
Yep, indeed. But, I like that the Rise is the one taking the damage because he has the passive to heal up if he wants to. Although, Titan here with really fast rotations, disrupting the jungle, giving Rap Fafnir a little bit of retribution forced here very early on. Still level 3, doesn't want to commit. Virtuous Neko secures the jungle second phase afterwards. But shit,
Woo!
what? It takes down Enzo. Wow, Enzo gets the first blood here out of all odds. And Rain is the first one on the leaderboard. But wait, hang on. Fafnir wants to go in, but now baiting a little bit of skills for the rest of his team here. Enzo following up, could possibly go in and deal a little bit of damage, but there is the lockdown here done for him. Turtle being started though. Shredded a little bit by Fafnir. The rest of the team are seen though. Enzo's ultimate gets taken down, snatched here. Lighter trying his own in, but there's the backline being dived here. But it's a Rain Esports. A little bit of dashes. Lighter getting the kill onto Virtuous Neko. Trades after trades coming in from both teams. Well, Turtle takes it down to Rain Esports, but they're still going in for more. Enzo going on to Rise, getting the kill towards him. Lighter being looking very vulnerable. There comes a circling eagle, I think, to escape possibly. Lights overcommit, but L9 goes, gets taken down by the fade away from the Matilda. And Rain here. Oof, that's a lot of kills coming in from them. Four
Yep.
kills.
What a fight! I mean, it's just going back and forth, right? Power
Yeah.
of Wilderness coming in from Titan onto Rap here. You have just fights everywhere around the map, and right now you see a retro battle on there that's taken by Virtue, right?
Mm.
And this is really chaotic, right? But at the same time, it's
Yeah.
really managed, and this is. What we're currently seeing right now. I don't know how it's chaotic and managed at the same time, but it is. And there is a circling eagle coming in trying to poke Virtue as
Yeah.
much as possible. And Enzo here is not gonna be backing it up because we have Rise
Mhm.
here making sure he's protected. But the thing is, now that first objective fight was so chaotic, both teams did fall. But for the side of Rain, they have. Oh, wait, they do have the same farm right now, almost the same farm here, right? 2 to 4.
Yeah.
And it looks like
Oh,
shortcut here
hang on.
coming in from Rise on Light might be in trouble here.
Lighter.
Demonic Force is
Yeah.
activated, but it's not gonna go for it. And looks like Titan here, on the other hand, just gonna be playing safe. They did try to go for a dive here, but now they're
Oh,
trading it
hang
for
on.
Ghost to the Circling Eagle, and the Zaman Force coming through. And there this was locked down by the Star Power lockdown here.
Yep.
Is he gonna be getting the backup here? Are they gonna avenge him? And I don't think so, as they are gonna be escaping thanks to Boro. But now,
Indeed.
trading the top for bot here, and they didn't even manage to get the Phobius. I think this might put them in a disadvantage on the next objective.
Yep, indeed. Rain Esports here, pushing back a little bit more. Rain is a little bit on the other hand here. They have been applying the pressure a lot, and now Turtle gonna be started for them. Lightle gonna be fun to face tank most of this. Titan in the bushes wants to scout them out. Goes on to Lighter, a little bit of damage on towards him, but Guiding Wings just to let him escape. Enzo though gonna be the next target. Ellen Garros pops the entropy and cleans him up. There it is, the dive coming in from the rest outside Rain, but it's just gonna be enough there. Melts on the Titan. He's so tanky with the Vitalize, and he just survives all that odds. Goes on towards Lighter. Sebastian picks up the kill for the side of Rain Esports, but jungler here looking a little bit low, doesn't want to go for a turtle. Instead, Royce and Sebastian poking onto our Sporer. There's a disengage. Right, escape right on time, but he's gonna be locked down. Fight. It's just been on and on again, but it looks like Turtle can be started by the side of Rain Esports here on the blue team. We're just Neko can be one to start us off and deal a lot of burst damage towards this turtle, which Rain can't really answer, and it will be forced back. But wait, hang on. Tries
Oh,
going for more. There's the
they're going.
fracture popped in on towards the Zaman Force, but Sebastian picks up the kill on towards him. Just straight off there by Titan. And Zero getting a double, but the airline goes. Dived on the back line here with a perfect pinch poise. Up near there, trying to go in for more. This time some blades doesn't land it perfectly though. And turrets, not gonna be able to take him down. Goes on towards the orange buff instead. Rain pushing towards the mid lane section here alongside, and a Rain Esports pushback so far into the corner.
Rain Esports, it looked like they had it, right? They went for that turtle, looks like they had everything in place, but Rain over here on the other side, they just said no, went in for the fight, taking that, and looks like the Star Power
Yeah.
lockdown onto Titan here, but it's not gonna be enough to phase him even. That's a Hilda, he can just go back in the bush and heal up, and it looks like in the
Ooh.
top lane is really, it's a really risky fight for the side of Rain here, but they are considering it. There is a fracture coming in, but going in Lito as well is looking for something low HP and has to retreat for now. And what a poke coming in from the side of Rain Esports. But now
Mm-hmm.
they gotta make sure they deal with Rap here, as he is
Wait.
gonna be starting popping
Top
off. It
lane.
looks like the circling E coming in as a
Hang
man
on.
force, but not much is happening. Though on the bottom lane on the other side, looks like Ghost will be playing safe right now, and look, this might be a dive. There it is. Virtual is looking for something, waiting for the scene. Circling Eagle coming in tight. There it is. Power of Wilderness might be triggered, and there it is. Taking out Tiso under the tower right here. But on the other side, as you can see, Enzo is going in for the kill on Rise. It's not safe, but the shortcut is triggered, pulling out Alan Coast. And there it is. The tank coming in alongside Fernandez, taking out the one and only the chip. And there it is. Still looking for more. Tempest of Blades coming in. The Circling Eagle to retreat coming in from Boro, but that's not enough to face Rain Esports right now. But on the other side, they did lose a tower and trade for top lane. Otherwise, objectively speaking, there, I still think Rain Esports did lose that objective gameplay. Even though it looks like they win the fight, objectively speaking, they're not doing pretty well. They lost not only the mid lane, which is one of the most important towers right now, but the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, indeed. They're going to take the turtle there. Right, Lash of Rain are here for the re-engage. They're trying to go in, but a little bit late to the party here. Fafnir hovering over Titan. There's the circling eel coming in. The Ice-On will light her into backline. Pops in with the moment force. 1, 2, 1. Gets the kill on towards Rice. Enzo being the one to take it down. And they're going for more. Looks like Online Girls might be a target, but no, like those so low on HP. Doesn't want to overcommit. Falls back into safety. It's Rain Esports managed to defend another one. What? Oh, okay, never mind. Here, bot lane though. Might be looking for a dive here. Sebastian and Online Gears. They're gonna be the one to be targeted there. However, there it is. Sebastian being locked in there, but just out of range. Plays it safe and gets away right on time. But we have to talk about this Enzo here. This Cyclops has been quite crazy. He's just been spamming lockdown after time and time again.
I mean, the buff made him dead strong. I think he has like less than 15 seconds or less than 10 seconds potentially on that star power lockdown. He can even do it twice in the same team fight. That's the buff of Cyclops. He has less CD and it's insane actually. It makes him really strong now in the mid lane. Maybe even considered as a really good jungler as well, thanks to his spam skills. He could farm fast, right? But
Yep, yep.
wow, look at the position here. Look at
Yeah.
Rain right now. They're planning something. They know Lord is gonna come up. They know they have to take this. This could be a potential early game end actually if they play this right. But at the same time, they gotta make sure they keep Ghost out of the game because Ghost right now, the more this game goes, the stronger he gets, and you need to take care of that, right? Uh, Rain
Indeed.
Esports, they gotta prioritize the Natan here. So let's see how
Yep,
this is
indeed.
gonna play out. I mean, you can see the position of Nolan.
Oh,
Virtuous doesn't look too good
hang
for him,
on.
but looks like he can get out here using the fracture and successfully defending that tower as well.
Yep, indeed. Our teams here trying to make some magic happen, possibly either from turrets or the objectives. But this time around, Rain gonna be the first ones to walk up towards the Lord. Lighto being the one to face check and aggro a little bit of this damage. While the rest of his team here falls into play. Rafa here trying to go in, maybe start us off. Yes, there's all 5 members of Side Rain here trying to go on towards the Lord. Rises here, could pop in a portal if necessary, but they already used the Circling Eagle very early on. Retribution gonna be on time, but Rafafnir gets the kill on towards the Rise here. Backline being dived there, Alan Garris has the dashes, and with Entropy gets away from safety, but no, never mind, Rafafnir picks him up, but look at this Harry. He is just a crazy maniac right now. He gets the triple kill on towards Rain Esports, pushes onto the mid lane here. It's only Sebastian left to defend the Raft of Rain here for this first game, but it's not going to be over there. They're going to pick up a couple of turrets. Lord there, going to be spawning in.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but that shortcut was so unlucky. It was so behind. Weren't even able to
Yeah.
catch up to the Lord, and that gave Rain the chance to just take Lord and engage right after. And look at Enzo spamming that star power lockdown
Ooh.
onto Rise. Right? He keeps using it every time he has it. And I think he has it again. Yeah, there it
Yes!
is. He does have it again, right? But
Oh.
Virtual is in trouble. Tempest Blade's coming in.
Oh.
Enzo taking it for himself right now. It looks like Craft will be surviving. Boro taking out the mid lane inhibitor. Still looking for more. It's Manforce still going in on Rise. Rise might be in trouble, and there it is taken out by Tiso. But looks like they cannot end the game right now. But they could probably push a tower or 2 right now. So let's see how it's gonna play out.
Yep, indeed. All 5 members ready for the rain. They looks like
Oh,
they want to end it. Ends here. Entropy being popped, but he is being knocked around. Like
oh no!
no, and Ally Garrett's trying to defend it so hard, but Rain is looking to end the game. Shut down here by Ento, just right before the inhibitor gets destroyed, and Rain picks up the first victory